Yet another Arctic high settled just west of the area, which means we're getting a nice breeze from the north, cooling us down, making us below freezing once again. Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Erin. We're seeing plenty of clouds that come with it too, maybe a couple of light flurries with these northwesterlies, but it's not going to add to any of the snow that we see out there, which of course we're seeing a good amount on the sides of the roads. The roads themselves do have a couple of isolated slick spots still. I mean, I drove into them or drove with them into my job this morning, but at the same time we're going to be monitoring how this high is going to be kind of taken over by this thing, which is way north and west of us. Another Alberta clipper bringing us our next chance for some snow. That's going to be on Friday, and that is why Friday is now a first alert weather day as well, because we've got more snow in the forecast. So we're going to be mainly eyeing the middle of the day, afternoon into your evening, kind of just like we saw yesterday. The totals are also looking pretty similar to what we had, though the location of the higher totals kind of picking up on a different spot. So we'll unpack that too, but up to 1 to 3 inches of snow look likely with isolated higher amounts. And then the concern here going to be those snow-covered roads and the refreezing too. Whereas today we kind of have gotten through the worst of it, mostly cloudy skies. We're on the backside of all the snow. We're not tracking hardly any snow today, just this nice breeze there from the north. So take a look outside here, our downtown cam. Clouds, a lot of them. Temps right now here in the Queen City, 24 degrees. Feels like 12 though. These winds are coming in from the north, once again making things feel bitterly cold. Here's what we woke up to this morning. Hamilton woke up 3 degrees below zero. Some of us only bottom out in the 20s though. And that's because we had those clouds. All it takes, and especially during the winter time, with the clouds to really keep that heat in. So right now it is very cold. Some of us have barely warmed up from the morning till now. Middle 20s, it looks like our warmest spot, which the air temperature is on the left side of the parenthesis with each location, is Falmouth at 30 degrees. Feels like 22 down that direction. Our coldest wind chill looks like it's up in Wilmington as per usual at 8 degrees. We are just about 44 days away from spring. Valentine's Day is of course just over a week away. St. Patty's Day is just a few days before spring, so 41, 44. Yeah, spring, who's counting? We are counting, because of course winter is still very much here. Temps are in the middle 20s this afternoon, 26 your forecast high, and then your evening as the sun sets closer to right around 6. It'll actually be just after 6 o'clock now. Temperatures do fall pretty quickly back into the teens, and we're going to wake up tomorrow morning in the single digits once again. Here's your forecast low, 7 degrees. It'll feel below zero at times. Here's the thing though, very light winds. So I'm not too concerned about the wind chill tomorrow morning in general, though if you get just the slightest breeze, it will be bitterly cold. Your forecast for tomorrow is pretty similar to today, just a little colder actually, with more clouds in that forecast. A high tomorrow of 21 degrees, and that's your Thursday. Again, Friday is that first alert weather day because we are starting to see that snow coming on in. Look at the temperature difference here. We've got 21 Thursday, Friday at 34, so temperatures are going to be rising overnight into your Friday, pretty much throughout your morning too. As the warm front lifts in, you'll see a few flakes, but mainly going to be watching out for that 1 to 3 inches towards the afternoon into the evening. And that brings us into your weekend, which is looking colder on the heels of that chance for snow. Here are your feels like temperatures, the wind chills. This is for this afternoon in the teens, maybe some of us in the single digits. This is exactly what we're seeing right now. This model is doing a really great job at it. Tomorrow morning, some of us waking up below zero, but not by much. I'm not expecting cold weather alerts for tomorrow. I might see a little bit of fog, and that's because we don't have the wind to stir it up a little bit. So just be mindful of that. And then the afternoon tomorrow, kind of like today, wind chills in the teens, maybe even the single digits at times. Here is what Friday is going to look like. So Thursday, watching out for just a small chance of a flake or two, but again, it's mainly Friday that we're watching. Snow is going to start in the mid-morning, really pick up in intensity towards the afternoon, and it'll escape the area by the early evening. And just a few flurries will be left over stepping into your weekend. Your Saturday is looking much colder, but at least the snow will have come to an end by then. Here's how much snow we're kind of looking at heading into your Friday. So again, let's include the flurries there for Saturday morning. Anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches. The purple there is kind of picking up on the 3 inches, but you can see it's pretty isolated. The higher snowfall totals generally are going to be north of the tri-state. I mean, it's a clipper, so most of the time the clippers are north of us and we get clipped by them. That's hence the name. But then the rest of us, 1 to 3 inches, can't be ruled out. So that's your snow forecast for Friday. And then beyond that, let's talk about the temperatures for the weekend, because while we're not talking snow, we are talking cold, high temperatures. 32 on Saturday, dropping a little too with that cold front passing through. And then Sunday, 24, your forecast high. Look at the warm-up stepping into next week, though. Our concern heading into next week, while it is going to get a little bit active towards the second half of the week, we're also going to see the snow melting, too. So flooding might be a concern. I don't think it'll be a huge concern as we see a pretty steady warm-up, but be prepared for a lot of wet spots out there on the roads with temperatures on the rise. If we don't get above freezing on Friday, you're going to have to wait till Monday to see that, which means some of us, including us here in Cincinnati, will have been in the freezer for over 2 weeks. Friday is that 2-week mark. Okay, let's take a look at your first alert extended forecast, because while it is winter for the foreseeable future, the 10-day is picking up on a little taste of spring. So let's walk you through it. Today, a high of 26, some afternoon sun, but it's not going to help with the temps. Tomorrow morning, waking up in the single digits for stepping out to the bus stop. Make sure you're bundling up, and you'll hang on to the layers for the afternoon with high only in the low 20s. Clouds are going to increase into that chance for snow, which is going to be on Friday. Most of us can expect 1 to 3 inches of snow. 34, your forecast high. As we work into your Saturday, temperatures are going to be on the decline, 32 to 24 between Saturday and Sunday, just a few morning flakes on Saturday morning. And that's all the action for your weekend. And then we step into next week. Next week is going to be about the warm up from the 30s Monday to the 40s Tuesday, near 50s on Wednesday. Expect that snow to melt. Yeah, I heard some people calling this a heat wave, just for fun, because of course it's still very much February. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions coming on in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this Wednesday afternoon. I'm mixing all my days up because we're talking so much about the snow, which, yes, we're going to have the latest information about that Friday snowfall coming up this afternoon on Fox 19 now at 3 o'clock with meteorologist Brad Mousehart. But for now, signing off here in Queensgate, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Have a great rest of your Wednesday and stay warm.